For a long time now, we have heard tales of where the future of Classic WoW will take us, how Cataclysm will make people quit Classic WoW forever, and how Wrath will be the final version of Classic WoW that people will play. There's been many theories surrounding which expansion Classic WoW should actually stop at, and what would end up killing Classic WoW in the end, but don't you even worry. As always, Blizzard is here to give you the solution. Instead of worrying about the future or which expansion will make people quit, Blizzard will do anything in their power to reduce the integrity of Classic WoW to the point where you will quit the game by your own sheer will, not because of Cataclysm or pandas or anything, but because of Blizzard's greed. Blizzard just put the WoW token into Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and I guess you could say that it was not very well received, and Blizzard knew this. It's why they tried to sneak it in during a weekly maintenance and not make a big deal or announcement out of it. They knew this is not something that players want in the game, and it's an obvious Blizzard cash grab. One thing I want to point out that will highlight and show that this is more of a cash grab than anything is this. Blizzard said, in their own words, that the random dungeon finder was excluded from the Wrath of the Lich King Classic due to it not being in the spirit of Wrath of the Lich King Classic.
Now let's talk about some changes. So one thing we looked at is Dungeon Finder, and it feels like how we envision Classic, Dungeon Finder is not a good fit for our community.
So you tell me, in what possible universe is the WoW token in the spirit of Wrath of the Lich King Classic, especially when the random dungeon finder is not? The WoW token was not introduced until the last patch of Warlords of Draenor in retail, which in Classic terms should be at least 5 or 6 years away from where we currently are. And I get it. There is an argument to be made that WoW tokens will reduce botting massively, and will also significantly reduce gold buying illegally on third-party websites, especially since I am sure now that Blizzard is participating in gold selling themselves, they will enforce more strict bans for illegal gold selling as well, since that is now directly hurting their business, whereas before the WoW token, it was not even hurting their business. That being said, if you think the WoW token is the only or even the best solution to botting or gold selling, then you have been successfully conditioned by Blizzard into believing so. It's literally Blizzard ignoring the problem to the point where if they do anything at all, you will praise them for it. Even if it's a shitty solution, they allow botting and gold selling to be a problem for years, to the point where it becomes incredibly annoying, and then they sell you the solution. This is a marketing strategy that Blizzard have used for years in retail, which Bellular has made several good videos about. They are very good at either directly creating problems or ignoring in-game issues until they become a problem, and then they will put in a solution locked behind a paywall, so they benefit from that solution. The simple fact is that private servers with only a handful of staff members are capable of taking care of both botting and gold selling on servers with thousands of players online. Now, Classic WoW obviously has more players online than any private server out there, but Blizzard also has infinitely more money at their disposal, which they could put into human resources to take care of that botting problem. Now, I want to make sure that you understand, I do not blame the people working on WoW for this. This is an obvious marketing and money-making decision made by the majority shareholders in the higher-ups at Blizzard, but it's just an absolute shame to see. So, how has the community reacted to this? Well, the Classic WoW subreddit is absolutely taking off. There's multiple posts showing their disappointment and straight out anger with Blizzard, and it's completely reasonable. They said at some point when talking about Classic WoW that these are going to be authentic Classic WoW servers where you would never see WoW tokens and things like that. They are literally going back on their own words. So far since the release of Classic WoW, we have seen these monetary features, which were never available back in the day. First of all, the deluxe edition for TBC Classic featuring a toy and a mount, the level 58 boost for TBC Classic, deluxe editions for Wrath Classic featuring a mount as well, level 70 boost for Wrath Classic, several 6-month subscription bundles offering a toy or something else, and also a 6-month subscription bundle offering an exclusive Wrath Classic mount. And now we have the WoW token. The classic WoW subreddit even went as far as to remove Rule 4. Rule 4 was a rule against talking about private servers on the classic WoW subreddit, which is a rule they have been enforcing, because they had faith in Blizzard that they would keep the integrity of classic WoW to a somewhat decent standard. The integrity has been very low for the longest time, and the WoW token simply tipped it over the edge, and now that rule is gone, which is a much bigger deal than it might look like. Whether it's a good or a bad thing, I can't really tell you, but it's funny as hell considering this is a classic WoW subreddit and the mods are basically saying private servers can offer a better experience. Now, the way it's looking, Blizzard knows classic WoW will die down after Wrath of the Lich King, and even though quite a few people will probably play Cataclysm if or when that comes out, the simple fact is that many people will quit as well, and many people consider Wrath of the Lich King to be the natural end of classic WoW saga. Blizzard knows this, and they want to squeeze out every dollar value they can out of the players that they currently have, and the WoW token coming right now will do exactly that, especially considering we have one of the biggest raids in Wrath coming up later this year, Icecrown Citadel. And with the WoW token available, you can expect to see some insane gold values in GDKP raids in Icecrown Citadel. It's actually kind of funny. A couple of months back I was working on a video titled The Retailification of Classic WoW, talking about how Blizzard is turning Classic into retail one step at a time. But I ultimately ended up scrapping that video project. That being said, we currently have Heroic Plus dungeons in Classic WoW, offering a somewhat similar to Mythic Plus dungeon experience. We have the WoW tokens, paid store mounts, subscription bundles, level boosts, paid expansion through deluxe editions. The only difference I see between retail and Classic on a surface level is that Classic WoW has GDKP raids, which are pretty much not a thing at all in retail, which I don't even think is a positive aspect of Classic WoW at all. In the end, I really believe Blizzard have failed us as a community. We all pretty much saw it coming. They said when giving us Classic WoW that this was their love gift to the community, listening to our feedback and giving us the authentic vanilla WoW servers with the OG gameplay experience, not the actual launch experience, basically saying they would fix and iron out the bugs but still stick to the classic WoW experience. Now, I don't remember there being any level boost in OG TBC, nor do I remember there being a free level 55 DK, a level 70 boost, or a WoW token back when I played Wrath of the Lich King when I was 12 years old. Classic WoW was never supposed to be the self-claimed love gift to the community. It was a facade for Blizzard to gain your trust and then milk that love gift just like they are doing to retail. They have claimed over and over again that in their quarterly earnings report that their revenue is going up even if their subscriber amount goes down, which is thanks to Blizzard introducing more and more microtransactions to squeeze more dollar value out of every single customers. It's a shame this happened to Classic WoW in my opinion, but at the end of the day, this is a very common Blizzard L, and it is what it is.